Hi everyone, welcome. I am recording this on Father's Day weekend, so we are going to have a look at idioms, expressions, fixed phrases, collocations, all about father. We're going to look at synonyms, but that does not mean you can automatically change the words in fixed expressions. And we're also going to have a look at a couple that are more formal that can be used in business as well. So stay with me, lots of vocabulary. Let's go. Okay, there are lots of synonyms for father in English. We could say dad, daddy, pa, pops. There are many. But we do have to remember that idiomatic expressions are normally quite fixed. For example, dad is a synonym for father. And let's take the word figure. Now, a figure is another way of saying the shape of someone's body. Oh, she has a nice figure, a nice shape. But a dad bod and a father figure have drastically different meanings. So let's take a look at what they mean and a few other idioms featuring words related to father. So a father figure, this is somebody who is not your dad, but they have that role in your life where they give you guidance, you respect them. So for example, you could say, after his dad passed away, his uncle became a father figure to him. Or the coach served as a father figure to many of the boys on the soccer team. So a father figure is not talking about the shape of somebody's body, but a dad bod is. This is when you have a typical average shape, but someone who's not very muscular. That would be a dad bod. So he joked that his dad bod was a sign of a comfortable life. Embracing his dad bod, he felt no pressure to maintain a six-pack. Now, another common collocation is a dad joke. These are those really simple one-liners that normally make people groan a little bit. It's not funny, Dad. Oh my God. But my point here is that you cannot call them father jokes or pa jokes. It doesn't work. It's a fixed phrase. Dad jokes. And if you would like some examples of dad jokes, check out my other video because we can use jokes to really improve your vocabulary, your pronunciation, even a little bit of grammar and punctuation as well. Go and check it out. Now, you've probably already heard this phrase used a lot, like father, like son, like mother, like daughter. So we're saying that sons or children often resemble their father or their parents, both in behavior, and this could be used for appearance as well. So if both of them are excellent at sports, then you would say, like father, like son. Or if he followed his dad in the same profession, the same line of work, then you'd say, like father, like son. This isn't always positive, right? If you've got a dad who's really messy and leaves things lying around, then you walk into the teenage son's bedroom that is a disaster, you'd say, like father, like son. Next up, we have a sugar daddy, and the female equivalent would be a sugar mama. You would not have a sugar father. That means absolutely nothing. So, a sugar daddy is somebody who is not related to you. They are normally much older than you, and they would give you money in exchange for companionship. So she was rumored to have a sugar daddy who spoiled her with gifts. The concept of a sugar daddy is often discussed in popular culture. Lots of movies, lots of songs, it's included in there. Now, if you are thinking that these idioms are only for popular culture, then no, you're wrong. Because we use the term a mom and pop shop to talk about a small family-owned business. Now, we don't use mom and pop in England to talk about our parents. We normally say mummy and daddy, mum and dad. But here we still use the term mom and pop shop because it has come from the United States and it is common in business English. So they prefer to shop at mom and pop shops rather than big chain stores. Their favorite bakery is a mom and pop shop that's been around for decades. Now, the next one is really interesting. This is a more legal term that we use, and it is a grandfather clause. So if you have a contract, you will have different clauses in the contract, and a grandfather clause is a provision that allows old rules from a previous situation to continue existing. The old law was kept for existing businesses through a grandfather clause, or they were able to continue under the old regulations due to a grandfather clause. So a grandfather clause is the noun. I'm using it to describe the clause, but it can actually be a verb as well, a phrasal verb. So you can grandfather something into something. And we can use this in active voice and passive voice. If you haven't seen that video, go and check it out. Active, passive, a little bit of causative as well. So you're allowing someone to do something because it used to be done, and I'm giving you legal permission to continue. For example, the merger specified that the old vacation policy would be grandfathered into the new employee handbook, ensuring long-term staff retained their benefits. Or the new regulations will be grandfathered into the current system, so existing structures won't need to be modified. Or the software update was grandfathered into the latest version, allowing users to keep their previous settings and preferences. Or they grandfathered her flexible work schedule into the new contract, respecting the agreement she made when she first joined the company. Lots of examples of this lovely phrase. Now, I always find it really interesting to compare idioms in different languages. So, do you have any similar expressions in your language, or are they wildly different? That's an informal way of saying completely different. Let me know in the comments. So, we have taken a look at lots of different fixed expressions, collocations, idioms, and please keep in mind that just because we have got synonyms like dad, daddy, father, does not mean you can automatically just swap one for another in a fixed expression. Doesn't work that way. So a dad bod and a father figure are totally different. Also, we've seen that these are not just informal. A mom and pop shop, a grandfather clause, these are used in business as well. So I hope you have enjoyed this session. Please like, share, subscribe, and if you have not seen my other video on Mother's Day vocabulary and collocations, go and check that out. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye, everyone.